I'm Angela Peebles, and I'm honored to be providing the closing remarks to this incredible virtual exhibition that has been running at the Niagara Falls Art Gallery since December 6, 2020. Vision 2020, Women's Work Niagara, curated by Deborah Jackson Jones, who herself has given a lot of work to our community. The artwork and videos that you see in this exhibition speaks volumes about the importance and quality of work that women contribute to their community. Thank you so much, Deborah, for allowing me to be part of this incredible exhibition celebrating women and the work that we do. In a grade 11 social studies class of all things, I committed my first ever act of activism without even being aware of it. You see, my gut told me to act in defense of something that I felt strongly about. It was a small act, but it started me on a 30-year adventure in protecting people, places, and things. Our class was given an assignment to research and write a report on a topic that was currently in the news. This was in 1990, and I lived in BC and chose the logging of the Carmanah Valley old-growth rainforest as my topic. My report was called Big Trees, Not Big Stumps. This was back in the day when we were still handwriting reports, and were instructed to write it on single-sided paper and double-spaced. A report about saving old-growth forest on single-sided paper and double-spaced didn't make sense to me. So I made a statement by writing it on both sides of recycled paper and single-spaced. I wasn't sure what to expect for going against the instructions, but explained why I did. I ended up getting an A+ on that report and learned a lot about logging in British Columbia at the same time. That summer, my second accidental act of activism happened. That one, much more moving. I was spending the summer of 1990 in Vancouver, BC, and I was well aware of the Oka crisis taking place across the country in Quebec, and had been watching the news closely as tensions mounted that July and August. One evening, as kids from small towns and big cities do, some friends and I were wandering the streets of Vancouver and heard some chanting. And, as curious teens do, we went to investigate. We found a circle of people holding hands and blocking a major intersection. We jumped right into the circle, grabbed the hands of strangers, and began chanting with the crowd. No more genocide! Army out of Oka! No more genocide! Army out of Oka! It was beautiful, peaceful, energizing, and emotional. The tears were streaming down my face as an activist was being born. That feeling of camaraderie as a group of people, all at once, put their collective energy towards something that they feel strongly about. Powerful and empowering. 30 years have passed since that formative year of 1990, and since then I've committed many other acts of activism. I've worked to stop logging and to protect drinking water on Perry Ridge. I've rallied to keep the Slocan River clean. I've stood with the not-so-extinct, yet declared extinct, Sinaiaks Nation in the Slocan Valley. I was active with the Slocan Valley Watershed Alliance and did a lot of work on stopping the Glacier Hauser hydroelectric project. I've dished out soup to stop the Melanchthon mega quarry, marched against Marineland. I've organized sit-ins for people who are experiencing homelessness, lobbied City Council for services for people who use drugs, demonstrated for justice for Black lives, showed up in support of LGBTQ2+ events, have spoken out against corruption in government and misogyny towards women in politics. I've attended a drop-by in support of a Black family in town who was being made to feel very unwelcome in their neighborhood. I've rolled in a rolling blockade and stormed the RCMP headquarters for the Micmac. And I've walked with the Six Nations of the Grand for 1492 Land Back Lane. In every single action that I have been involved in, I have had the honor of walking beside some amazing, strong, and powerful women. I've seen women show up, stand up, and speak up. And every single time, I feel this sense of empowerment and pride in being a woman who uses her voice, backed by the voices of other strong women. We make change, our way, sometimes quietly, sometimes loudly, but there is no arguing that women add a unique and powerful perspective to change and you've just had a look at some of the change makers I've had the privilege of walking alongside in 2020. There was a lot of women's work to be done last year, and now it's 2021, and we all know a woman's work is never done. Thanks for watching. Special thanks to everyone who contributed to Vision 2020 Women's Work Niagara. Andrea Lynette, David Gilbert, Deborah Attenborough, Carly McTavish, Bronwyn Hildebrandt, Heather Fraser, Tracy Garrett, Ashley Morazzo, Amanda Nagy, Helga Campbell, Kara Gusek, Haley Jackson, Annika Glicka Henderson, Liz Bannon, Shelley Glicka, Barbara Butters. And thank you very much to our sponsors, Darcy Richardson, Ontario Arts Council, City of Niagara Falls, and Niagara Falls Art Gallery. And thank you to you for checking out Vision 2020 Women's Work Niagara at niagarafallsartgallery.ca. Happy International Women's Day.